and racing up towards the line is another whiz-bang 2-year-old for Aidan O'Brien. It's Charles Darwin.
Field of Gold and Colin Keane, the gold standard in the St James's Palace.
Get It is all out from £10, racing up towards the line. Holcomb Bay near side. Get It, get it! Get It has got it.
Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Racing PodBlast with me, Tony Mack, and Ben Aiken from Narrow in the Field. And today we're track hopping, covering 2 races from Beverley, just down the road from me, as well as taking a spin across the Irish Sea to Curragh, covering their big Saturday handicap in the shape of the Irish Cambridgeshire, with all 3 races getting our usual in-depth coverage here on the PodBlast. So welcome along everybody, welcome along Ben. We'll start off with the Beverley action and the 1 mile 2 furlong Silver Cup handicap due off at 1:30 on Saturday. Beverley, Ben, welcome along mate, and can you start us off with that one?
Yeah, I'm on it, Tony. The Silver Cup handicap, viable pot for a Class 4 handicap, this one. Over 16 grand to the winner, so well done, Beverley, for getting that sort of pot on offer for a Class 4. Good work. And they've got a decent enough field shooting for the big pot. Crown of Oaks is the current favourite. He's trading around the 11 to 10 sort of price, and he's undoubtedly an interesting type. He's an unexposed 3-year-old for Willie Haggis, having only his 5th start, only his 2nd start handicap. Haggis doesn't send many to Beverley, but when he does, they tend to be bang there at the finish. Since the start of 2023, he has sent 13 runners to Beverley, 7 have won, 2 have placed. If you look at the Haggis Beverley runners in April to August, the start at 2 to 1 or shorter, the starts are 7 winners and a place from 9 qualifiers. So similar types to Crown of Oaks tend to get the job done at Beverley for Haggis. The booking of Callum Rodriguez for the first time, also interesting. Not a jockey that Haggis uses much, but when they team up at Scottish tracks, Yorkshire tracks, and tracks in the north east of England, there are 5 winners and a place from just 8 runners. He's a jockey Haggis can trust on the North Circuit when he needs him. Crown of Oaks is also entered in the Cambridgeshire next month, and I suspect he might need to go up a bit from his mark of 85 to be guaranteed a run in that. He might sneak in off 85, but a win here and the subsequent weight rise would pretty much guarantee him a place in the Cambridgeshire. I also think I'm right in saying that if you win a race after the 30th of August, after tomorrow, then you only get a penalty for the Cambridgeshire. So the Beverley race is the last chance for him to run Crown of Oaks, get a win into him, and get him up enough in the weights and running in the Cambridgeshire off his proper mark. Maybe they don't want to risk waiting until after Saturday to get a win into him, and the £4 penalty not being enough to guarantee a run in the Cambridgeshire. So all in all, Crown of Oaks he's a very interesting runner in this race, but he's trading at a very short price for a decent enough handicap. Probably one of those that I think will take all the beating, but just not enough wiggle room in the price to have a bet. It may be worth taking a punt on him for the Cambridgeshire instead. He's 14 to 1 for that. Seems like it's a plan. But there are 10 runners here, though, and Crown of Oaks does make the market for everything else, so worth taking a dart at something each way at bigger prices. The one that catches my eye is Titian for Julie Camacho. He's around 12 to 1, 14 to 1. Titian caught my eye when running 4th in an apprentice handicap at Haydock at the start of the month. Thought he maybe found the good to firm ground a shade on the quick side for him that day. It's currently good to firm at Beverley, but it's actually good to firm good in places, and there's pockets of rain forecast over the next 24 hours or so, and hopefully that will take the sting out of the ground enough for Titian. I have his prime conditions as a mark of 86 or less in Class 3 or lower handicaps. It trips further than 1 mile 1 and shorter than 1 mile 3. A break of 70 days or less and good or softer ground, where Titian is 4 wins from 5 starts. So all 4 of his previous handicap wins, and he is my each way play in the Silver Cup. Titian for Julie Camacho. Tony. What you got for this, the Silver Cup handicap?
Interesting one, mate. I'm like you. You only got 2 on the short list?
It's pretty much Crown of Oaks on the short list.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
you have given it a good shout out, haven't you?
Yeah, so it's Titian I've got notes for, and I've been waiting for him to run since his last run, so kind of an easy play for me.
Yeah. I've got Crown of Oaks. I mean, it's stand out, isn't it? Owned by Tony Bloom. That'll be off at 1:30, so the Brighton lads can watch that, can't they? There's 2 interesting ones at decent prices. Glistening Nights, course and distance winner. And he's a little bit back in form. He won at Chester in early August over a similar trip, beating Lightspeed and 7 more rivals by 4 lengths off a £7 lower mark. And he was beaten a short head at Ayr by Riker. Most recently, it was a week after his run at Chester, and I think he's in good form, and I think we need to be banking on that as well. Glistening Nights, he was beaten favourite last time out at Ayr when he's finished 2nd of 8, beating the short head. But Richard Fahey, Barry McHugh in the saddle, around 12-1 at the moment for Glistening Nights. And Spio Radalta, who's a distance winner for Mark Walford. Paul Mulrennan is in the saddle, and I think he can go well. He has won. He's come back to form recently. To be honest with you, he hasn't been out of form. He's not been beaten more than 2 3/4 lengths in 2 of his last 3 starts. He was beaten 2 3/4 lengths at Beverley over course and distance back in June, and then he finished 3rd of 9, beaten 2 lengths behind Sure and Steadfast at Ayr in July. And earlier this month at Ripon, he won a Family Day handicap, Dawn of Liberation, back in 2nd, down half a length, and 5 more rivals in behind as the 5-4 favourite with Jason Hart in the saddle that day off a £3 lower mark. So he hasn't gone up too much. Spio Radalta around 14-1. And Glistening Nights around 12-1 for me in that 1:30 at Beverley, which is the William Hill Silver Cup handicap. Still at Beverley, we're going to their big race today. Later on, rather on Saturday, Beverley Bullet, the listed race over 5 furlongs, and it's a good old race, this. I do like it. I haven't lost the plot, by the way, when you get to my selections, but you may differ in your views there. Ben, what's your thoughts on the Bullet?
Yeah, a couple in the Beverley Bullet that I like, and they would be Regional and Red Orange. I'll probably also pull 2023 winner Kerdos onto that shortlist as well. Regional has spent his last 9 races running at group level, 6 of them coming in Group 1 races, where he has returned form of a win, a 2nd, 2/3, and a 4th and a 5th. This is his first run below group level since winning the listed Achilles Stakes at Haydock in 2023, and he holds a strong form line at listed level and below, especially in the May to September period and when racing in fields of 13 or less. Regional is 4 wins in 2 places from 7 starts under those conditions he meets with here. Also wears first-time blinkers for this run. If they spark him up, he could prove hard to catch off the front end. That's Regional. Red Orange, he ran a big race at Royal Ascot from a tricky draw 3 starts back before running an even, or 4 starts back, I think it was, before running an even bigger race against a strong draw bias at Ascot in July. He then followed that up with a close 3rd of 20 at Glorious Goodwood, and then a 2nd in a listed race in France last time out. And Red Orange looks one that could prove well up to these sorts of races. Ashin Orr takes the ride for the first time here. He holds some solid stats at Beverley, especially over trips of 1 mile, 2 or less, and on horses that start at 8-1 or less. 17 winners and 15 placed from 55 rides, 31% win strike rate and over 23 points per profit. Conditions that Red Orange meets with here. I think he looks a potential player in this. And the other I mentioned, Kerdos, he goes well under the conditions he faces here. At a listed level and below in the May to October period, he has form of 3 wins and 2 places from 6 starts. And he could possibly get involved in this, but I think this looks a a golden opportunity for a regional, to be honest. A good chance to land his first race since winning the Sprint Cup at Haydock in 2023. He's got a great draw in stall 3 to break from, grab the rail, head for home under his first time blinkers. I think this Group 1 winner could just have too much speed and class for the opposition in the Bullet. So it's a regional for me. An original, but I think it's an excellent opportunity for a regional. Might just prove too hard to catch. Tony?
Yeah, he's a good horse. Yeah, he's a good horse, his regional. Yeah. And I've got him on the short list, as well as Red Orange, that you give a good shout out to there. Drestia as well for trainer Simon and Ed Crisford. David Allen, that needs a second look there. He was second last time out at Glorious Goodwood. He was beaten a nose, finishing second of 20 in the Golden Rewards Shaker Handicap over 5 furlongs. Brazen Bolt was the winner there. Red Orange, I do like that. That needs a closer look. But there's another Clive Cox horse, and you mentioned him as well. Kurdos, Paul Mulrennan in the saddle. He knows Beverley like the back of his hand, doesn't he? And he showed good form in a few recent races. In July, Sandown finishing 5th of 11 runners behind Rumstar. And finishing 3.5 lengths behind Rumstar. JM Jungle, he was beaten by Goodwood in the King George Qatar Stakes. Finished 8th of 12. Was only beaten not too far. Eased when beaten. 4th of 4 and 3/4 lengths. 8th of 12. And things didn't really go to plan last time out for the course and distance winner at York. Last time out in the Wootton Bassett, Nudenthorpe, finishing 13 of 17 runners, beaten 7 lengths by Asphora. 40 to 1, he wasn't fancied there, but I think Kurdos can go well. Here we go. Has he lost his mind? Clarendon House at 33 to 1.
I think he's still stuck in the stalls at Southall from last night.
Last night he did. Refused to race last night as 5 to 1. David Allen was in the saddle there as well. Tom Eves is in the saddle on Saturday. He's a course and distance winner. He has his own mind, obviously. He has refused to race in 3 of his last 4 starts, and well beaten on his last 4 when he did race in the listed contest at Deauville. Not quite sure what he was doing in that one. But he has refused to race at the Derby meeting at Epsom, at Glorious Goodwood, and at last night, as we're recording this, at the Racing League. But then again, I'd refuse to race in the Racing League.
I was going to say the same thing. He was just taking a stand, wasn't
he? Yeah. You might think I've lost my mind here, but we could have a decent punt at a small punt at rich rewards at 33 to 1 if Clarendon House does decide to race. He is a course and distance winner, and he's better than obviously those figures suggest. Robert Cowell is the trainer. Tom Eves in the saddle. Clarendon House at 33 to 1. Kurdos at 13 to 2 for me in the Beverley Bullet. Tomorrow off at 2:05, 4:37 at the Curragh, Irish Cambridgeshire Premier Handicap over 1 mile. Ben, what do you reckon for the Irish Cambridgeshire at the Curragh?
Yeah, Irish Cambridgeshire, just 15 going to post in this year's renewal, which is a little down on numbers for some reason. Yeah, the last 20 renewals, I've seen 18 or more. 19 of the last 20 renewals, I've seen at least 20 line up. So not sure why only 15 go this year, but it is what it is. And it's a race that gives us some decent race trends to work with. All of the last 12 winners met the following. Rated at least £4 below the top rated horse. No more than 24 career starts and no more than 15 handicap starts. No more than 4 career wins and no more than 3 handicap wins. Running off a break of 19 days or more, and had won over at least 7 furlongs, but no further than 1 mile 1. Now, using those trends as my basis, I came up with a short list of Genuine Article, State Actor, Tokenomics, Pink Oxalis, and Jagged Edge. The Genuine Article, he comes here after a comfortable win at the Galway Festival. And running at the Galway Festival last time out has been a positive pointer for this race. 12 of the last 24 winners of the Irish Cambridgeshire warmed up for this with a run at the Galway Festival. They changed tactics with Genuine Article last time out, going from the front with them. instead of just close to pace or hold up running style, normal running style. If they stick with those tactics again here, which I think they could, because Shamie Heffernan keeps the ride from Galway, so he knows what the horse can do when going from the front. Then he could poach an easy lead out front here, as there doesn't look much in the way of early pace at all in this. So positives on the race trends for Genuine Article, positives on the last time out track, and he might just get loose on the front end as well. And he's high in my thoughts for this Genuine Article. State Actor finished ahead second in this race last season, up a £2 lower mark. He's only done in the final strides by a power-packed Ryan Moore drive on the winner. Curragh is a track that State Actor handles really well. He's 2 wins in 2 places from his 6 starts here. He's another that's high in my thoughts, State Actor. And Pink Oxalis is the other I'll mention from my short list. 1 mile trips are very much her prime distance. She's run over a mile 5 times and won on 3 of those occasions. When she's run over a mile trip and worn blinkers, she's an unbeaten 3 from 3. That's all 3 of her career wins. She wears blinkers on Saturday. One of those wins also came over the Curragh mile, and she looks overpriced at around 14 to 1. I want to play 2 in this race, those 2 being Genuine Article. I like the fact that they may get to steal this from the front. Hopefully Shamie Heffernan is live to that fact. Around 6 to 1, 7 to 1 looks decent value. And Pink Oxalis is the other I'll play. I'm happy to take a swing at 14 to 1, given she's an unbeaten 3 from 3 over a mile when wearing blinkers. And another positive that she's also won over the 1 mile Curragh trip. So Genuine Article and Pink Oxalis for me. Tony, Irish Cambridgeshire, what you got?
I'm with you with one of them, mate. Godwinson's current favourite at around 7 to 2. I do like State Actors, course and distance winner, Corder, who wears first-time visor for trainer Dermot Weld. Chris Hayes, he's around at 10 to 1. And Blues Emperor needs a little bit of a check. Course and distance winner for Johnny Murtagh. I'm going for the 2, Stephen Thorne. Runners, independent expert who's in first-time cheap pieces. Jack Kearney claiming 3. He won at Naas in May off a £6 lower mark. He was put up to 93, but subsequent defeats of 22 lengths at Ascot. He was fancied enough for the Kensington Palace, or to even run in the Kensington Palace by Connections. He finished down the field there, and then he's ran at the Galway Festival in the Com Quinn BMW Mile Handicap, finishing 8th of 14, beaten 7 lengths. I think you can go better here. Independent expert. And Pink Oxalis for Stephen Thorne. Nice. And Wayne Lorden. Yeah, very much so in the bracket here, Ben, with you. He was, I think you've been through most of these, but he won at the Curragh over course and distance back in July off a £9 lower mark. Jack Kearney's in the saddle there, but Wayne Lorden's in the saddle here, which is interesting, and he's better than his 4th of 18 behind Genuine Article, beaten 4 3/4 lengths last time out at the Galway Festival. So it would be the 2 Stephen Thorne runners for me in this Irish Cambridgeshire at the Curragh, independent expert, and Pink Oxalis at 14 to 1. Independent expert is also at 14 to 1. So that's my 2 there. Come on, for Stephen Thorne. He's a good trainer as well. And so, all right, Ben, many thanks for listening to the latest edition of the Racing PodBlast. Very best luck with your bets at Beverley and Curragh. No PodBlast next week. Ben has to entertain his in-laws. Any comment on that?
Yeah, can't wait. Mother-in-law's going to a Lego exhibition, and I'm not joking.
I think we better move on. What we say about Lego.
Comment. Yeah, no comment.
Yeah, you can catch me on 3B's Radio, Bridlington, every morning, Monday to Friday. We had a good laugh this morning, a very eventful show this morning. And you can catch more from Ben over on narrowingthefield.co.uk. Thanks, and we'll see you all again. Have a lovely weekend, everybody. Cheers, Ben.
Cheers, Dominic.